Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. It's not really that day. It's actually September 24th.
It's very interesting how upfront we are about our pre-recordings.
Yes, we sold out.
We did sell out. Today is Thursday.
Okay, so I was right.
October 3rd, and we are having a
Party.
Classic Thursdays.
Classic
day.
Thursdays.
Today is our first Classic Thursdays.
Actually, it's turning more into a John Carpenter Thursdays, if that gives you any hint on what's to come in the next
Really?
Thursdays. Yeah. So, actually, that would have been if we added Christine, but we're not watching Christine. We'll save that for
too
next
much
year.
work.
We have to do John Carpenter movies.
We'll save that
next year. All right, so we're watching the John Carpenter classic, The Thing, released at some point in the 80s. Drake's never seen this. Have you ever seen like the stop motion that they have?
Can't say that.
I guess you could technically say I've seen it.
I'll probably recognize the style whenever I see it because John Carpenter's big famous dude with his own styles and stuff. So I'll probably recognize it whenever I see it. But right now, I don't really know what to expect.
Okay. But you know you're in for a horror movie.
Yes. A horror movie that will not freak me out, but I hope is good.
It's gory.
Liking the sound of it.
All right. We'll return with you momentarily, or in an hour and 49 minutes, as it will be in our time.
It didn't really have much to do with the movie.
Oh.
Hello, I'm wearing the same shirt, but different pants.
You're wearing pants.
I am wearing pants. I wear the pants in this house.
Oh.
Because you're wearing shorts.
Crap. So, Drake, why isn't the movie over?
Because I fell asleep last night. I worked late.
Got up early, worked late.
Got up early, worked late. Slept in today, worked late. So I'll be fine. I've done it before.
Are you ready for The Thing?
What thing? Oh, you mean the thing?
Oh, The Thing? No, that's
Talking about the thing.
that's an Xbox right there. That's actually a glorified DVD player.
Could be the thing.
Could be.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, could be, technically. We're talking about all the Guitar Hero guitars down there in the corner. But anyways, that is why we're both wearing different clothes. Drake's wearing shoes. He's wearing a sweatshirt. He's got hair.
Same sweatshirt.
Oh, shh! Don't tell me that. We still have the same posters. No new posters yet. You have to wait till next year for that. All right, The Thing.
Station 31. You read me? Found something in the ice. We need some help down here. Can anybody hear me? We found something. We found something. We found something.
12 men have just discovered something. For 100,000 years, it was buried in the snow and ice. Now it has found a place to live. Inside. Where no one can see it, or hear it, or feel it.
I know I'm human. Some of you are still human. This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to, but it's vulnerable out in the open. If it takes us over, then it has no more enemies. Nobody left to kill it. And then it's won.
You guys gonna listen to Gary? He can beat one of those things!
So, this probably isn't in focus. I gotta fix that. Why aren't you in focus? Okay. The Thing. We just watched The Thing. And what'd you think? First of all, let's get that out of the way.
I thought it was interesting. I don't know. Honestly, if it wasn't for the effects of The Thing, this would be a pretty basic testosterone movie, as we call it, which is just very
Shakalaka.
pretty much the context of a testosterone movie is an action movie with not a lot of substance. And if it wasn't for the effects, this movie would fall into that.
It wouldn't have been a good movie.
Yeah.
Or they would have put more of the budget into making the movie.
Maybe.
But
the acting was good. Kurt Russell's character, not a lot of substance in his character. It's just a very, like I said,
Typical
very just
cliche.
meathead, testosterone movie, basic character. You know, he's the big bad guy. You know, not big bad guy, but he's like the big, macho man who takes lead and takes action and this and that and blah blah blah. It's just very stereotypical. I guess it wasn't bad. I could see myself rewatching it at some point.
there's definitely not a lot of substance, I guess, in the movie, yeah. But I feel like it has a lot of rewatchability due to the effects.
Yeah.
The stories, I feel like the story is pretty good, but they just don't go about it in a very well done way. But it definitely has rewatchability. But nobody's here to care about our reviews. They're here about how we say this movie, how it ended after the movie. Let's go with that. So, do you have any speculations on how you believe this movie ended?
Yeah, so at the end you see...
Like, how would have you done it? Or
How would
what are
I
your
have done it?
speculations?
I personally would have made Kurt Russell the Thing. I would have done it. It seems like, in my opinion, it would be predictable because I was saying it the whole time. But I think it would have been an interesting twist of the character that is the main one, turns out to be the Thing. Unfortunately, I don't believe they went that route. They left it a very ambiguous ending, kind of where Kurt Russell's character and the character of Childs are the only two that survive. And it kind of, they don't even say anything. It's just kind of like, ooh, is one of them the Thing? Did they kill it? And
But that's the beauty of it.
yeah. And for a while I thought Kurt Russell was the end. I don't think so, because they're in Antarctica. Kurt Russell's sitting there, he's breathing and talking and stuff, and there's like a lot of smoke and stuff coming out of his mouth. Childs also speaks and stuff. You don't see any,
Except for like one little puff.
and it just seems like
Well, the thing is,
it's too obvious to not be a mess. Like, to be a mess.
the thing likes it cold, like it wants to freeze itself. But clearly, if Kurt Russell's character is warm, he'd have the stuff coming out of his mouth.
It's like his body temperature.
Temperature's up. Plus, Childs was actually chasing down Blair, who was a Thing, because he was building an alien spaceship. Mm-hmm. So,
And I do believe Childs is a Thing.
I believe Childs is a Thing too. But here's how I would put it: what if they're both the Thing?
You think so?
What if they could both be the Thing,
I mean, they could. Both be
and
the
they
Thing.
just don't trust each other?
The Thing would know, wouldn't he?
If it split off into two different things, how would it know? Like, it's, I don't know, but
I mean, if the Thing is technically one thing that splits off into multiple things,
it would have done it all over the place. But what if that's it? Or what if
I mean, it would need to know that it wouldn't attack itself.
maybe not? If it doesn't know that, there's like, if the other one survived.
I guess. I mean, this just goes into a bunch of what if theories.
Yeah, what if
things
theories,
that we will never get answered.
Unless they make a sequel, but actually, I'd rather they not make a sequel.
Yeah,
But-
I think it's good left as it is. Overall, it wasn't bad.
7.
7, maybe even a 6.5.
I actually dropped my score to have the same score as you. I'd have given it higher.
What would you give it?
I'd
Be
give it an
honest.
8.
An 8?
I would give it an 8 just because the practical effects.
The effects were really
Practical boosted up.
good. The effects
There's no
were really
CG.
good. And it
No CGI bumps it up.
It was very gross.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
very unsettling.
you're giving that beautiful practical effects. You're giving that a 6.5.
I'll give the effects.
A 10. Oh yeah. Effects deserve a 10.
The effects were like a 9-10.
Story 4.
The story and the main character drops it really.
You think
really
you
low.
don't like McCready?
Not really.
Oh my god.
Not really.
You don't
I
like Kurt Russell?
him in his. No, I like Kurt
I
Russell.
feel like
liked him
I feel like he
in-
played it perfectly.
I liked him in Sky High. I liked him in Once
You
Upon a
don't like
Time
Kurt Russell in this
Hollywood.
movie?
I don't like his character. His character is too. There's nothing substance about him. He's just your very stereotypical. Just kind of like who doesn't say much kind of alpha male lead.
I feel like he had to be that character because everyone else was acting childish. Like everyone else was like freaking out and stuff, and he was trying to keep him
It could have
calm.
been done better. I think it could have been done
Well, yeah.
better in less than a
But I don't think
stereotypical action movie.
I don't think he brings it down.
way. I do. I mean, I'm not a fan of that kind of character, which is probably why I don't watch action movies. I feel like his character fits into the same kind of thing as you would see in like Rambo,
Have you seen Rambo?
Fast and Furious franchise, Die Hard. Just kind of like these characters that are like over the top badasses, and there's really no explanation why, or they have like super intense secret military training or some shit like that, and that's kind of why I don't like him.
I can't believe you just compared Kurt Russell in this movie to Rambo.
They kind of have like the same. I don't know. I guess I can't say much. I haven't seen anything on Rambo, but
They're two very different people. Yes, one of them does have super secret military training,
that's kind of why I added that.
Yeah.
Just because, like,
but it makes sense.
all right, if
But-
it makes sense, it makes sense. But I digress.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing.
That was my thing on the thing.
What does that mean we have tomorrow? What's tomorrow's movie that we do? Is it sequel Saturday? Yeah, sequel Saturday, or are we in autofocus or
Let's
manual?
So this was what was this? This was
Thursday, classic Thursday.
Classic Thursday. Fridays is top 5 Fridays.
Oh, it's a top 5. Okay.
Today's Classic Thursdays.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's top 5 Fridays. So be prepared, because tomorrow we will be talking about our top 5 horror icons. Stay tuned for that.